On May 20, 2023, Themba the Answer Gorimbo got his first win in the UFC against Takashi Sato.
Oh God, for those that write me off back home, hey, I hope the Lord forgives you. For those that believe in me, I love you guys, and we are going all the way to the top. My wife, you can eat some food now. So proud of you. Love you.
He entered the fight with only $7 United States, but walked out with more than 14,000 United States dollars. In case you might be wondering what is UFC, UFC is a league of mixed martial arts, more like kickboxing, and because of its nature, it attracts a lot of fans, which makes winning a fight in the UFC a big deal. Well, let's go back in time a little bit. That was just an event. And it's not only about events, because events are a result of a process. That shows that there is more to the story. Let's know more about his story. Themba was born in Masvingo, which is the oldest city in Zimbabwe. Masvingo is divided into two. It is the urban part and the rural part. And Themba lived in the rural part. His chance of becoming who he is now, coming from that area, was less than 5%. And to make it lesser, he lost his parents at a very young age, which made him make hard decisions early in life. The fact that he managed to figure that out and found his way into the UFC makes me believe that he can do anything in this world. Hence he always says, I will be a UFC champion. And that's something to note there. The first step is to testify that you are a champion before you become one. And that's how you definitely get to become a champion. It even goes deeper than that. There is more to the story of his journey. His journey all started when a tragedy happened to Gorimbo. At that time, Gorimbo used to do illegal mining, which is called chikorokoza in Zimbabwe. So on this day, they were mining diamonds as usual in Marangi. Then police showed up and miners went on the run. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know what to call it, Themba got caught by the police dogs. And just like any normal dogs would do, they started dragging and biting him. At that moment, when he was on the verge of death, that's when he told himself that he no longer wanted this kind of life. It was now time for change. It was time to find a totally different path. A path leading to better results. A path leading to people writing documentaries about him. In his mind, he started looking for something else to do. And in his own words, he said, after watching a movie called Never Back Down back in 2010, that's when I decided that I want to start my fighting career. And he was convinced by this decision. I guess watching movies sometimes is not a bad thing at all. By 2013, it was a good fight. And later on, he got into the AFC League in South Africa. Fast forward to February in this year of 2023, Themba Gorimbo chose to take it to another level. He decided to make his debut in UFC. It's actually said he really wanted to fight in the UFC, even if he was to be given nothing, just to show that he is worthy to be in the top league. And like any success story, Themba lost his first fight by submission to AJ Fletcher. But Themba always says, money is not what drives me. What drives me is getting goals and going after them. So he never stopped working on his goal to be a UFC champion. And on May 20, 2023, finally, it happened. He emerged victorious in a fight, overcoming all odds and putting our country, Zimbabwe, on the map. This was an emotional moment in his life. It was like when those dreams and imagination you have in your mind turn into reality. It was a moment when his words became flesh. And like this Shona proverb says, "Natsa kwaunobva, nekuti kwaunoenda usiku," which means don't forget where you come from. After the win, Themba did an unexpected thing. Something that only 10% of the people in the world would do. He used his money to build balls in his village back home in Masvingo. And we should all learn from that. We should learn to give back to the community that raised us. Because giving back is like watering your roots. and success is the fruit thereof. In life, some principles never go wrong, and that's one right there, which is do good expecting no return, and surely blessings and success will follow you. After his story was shared on social media, something peculiar happened. His story touched the heart of a very influential person. That is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. The Rock reached out to Themba.
It's the life we live, man.
By the way, God bless you, The Rock. Support that man and everything he does. He bought Themba a house in Miami. Can you imagine? Last time I checked, an average house in Miami costs around 475,000 United States dollars. I love the fact that Themba is so selfless and so rare. He slept on the couch in the gym because his money was building balls in his village. Well, the question is, can you do the same? Anyways, God bless you, Themba, and everyone who is behind your success. You are an inspiration to many. And as for you who's watching this video, that's just another story to remind you that it's not about where you are or where you come from. It's more about who you are and how you define yourself. And lastly, just like Themba always says,
It's about me, not him.
also learn to say that to yourself every day. I'm out.